So our next speaker is my sister, one of our dearest friends. She attended the very first Earthkeeper event, which was held in Charlottesville, Virginia, and we had a sold-out crowd of 13 people. And it was a really wonderful beginning to a journey. And Linda has been a very beloved friend and soul family of my wife Ann and I for many years. So a round of applause for Linda Robinson.
Thank you.
Now, while they're sitting up, when Linda finishes, we're going to take our final break, and then when we come back, we'll do the raffle. I'm going to do a little bit of talk at the end. I'm not sure if I'm going to do a channel or not. I'm definitely going to lead an energy session, and we'll see what happens. And I want to share a little bit of information about Ann and organize a healing energy send. So I want to thank you all for being part of this event. It has had a lot of meaning for me. This is actually the first event that Ann has not been able to attend. And I am planning on doing another Earthkeeper event next year, hopefully with Ann present, and it will probably be in the Woodlands, Texas. So another round of applause for Linda.
Thank you. Good afternoon. I greet you in love and light. It's wonderful to be here with you, and this is truly soul family and quite an honor to be here and get a chance to visit with all of you. As Tib said in his introduction, I'm Linda Robinson. I'm a spiritual teacher, speaker, and author. I work very closely with the angelic realm and other beings of light. I describe my journey and how I began my spiritual path in my first book, Reflections on the Path, The Awakening. My path went from a conservative, traditional background in North Carolina to one of awakening to spirituality and metaphysics after I moved to Virginia, and friends introduced me to Edgar Cayce's ARE. In my previous career, I taught life skills to adults and youth in non-formal settings. I also had the privilege for being a volunteer on a crisis hotline during that time. When I retired from my previous career, I shifted my focus to spirituality and wisdom teachings from the angelic realm. One of the ways I work with the angelic realm is through the channeled messages I receive from Archangel Zadkiel and Lady Amethyst, who are the archangels of the seventh ray of light. Their teachings give us much information on areas such as transmutation, transformation, and the violet flame. I post their messages on my website, personalpathwaysoflight.com. In some of their recent messages, they've discussed the importance of being true to yourself and ways to accomplish this in daily life. So this led to my latest book, Being True to Yourself. This book is written for people who are already on the spiritual path. So that would include all of us in this room. A lot of books, have dealt with other areas, but I was very impressed by the angelic realm that they wanted this book to be focused to those of us who are already on the path and who may have experienced many things along the way. So now, let's discuss being true to yourself, and today we're going to discuss this from a heart-centered approach. So what exactly does being true to yourself mean? To me, it means honoring who you are at the present moment in time. It means being and doing what you know in your heart of hearts you're meant to be doing. And it also means doing what brings you peace and joy. We're always changing and evolving. What we want today may be different than what we wanted last year, last month, or even last week. We're being true to ourselves when we do what we feel called to do at the current moment. So how do we allow this to flow throughout our path? We're living in a time of great opportunity, a time for spiritual advancement, and at the same time to be of service for highest good. Throughout all of the messages that I've been receiving, they're really stressing being of service for highest good. This opportunity is happening as we're receiving many energy shifts from the higher dimensions. We've experienced eclipses, equinoxes, full moons, and other times of great energy influxes. Each time one of these events occurs, we're being given the opportunity to move forward, to use this energy to move higher on our ascension path. When we embrace this energy and use it for highest good, this ripples out into the universe and benefits not only our planet, but also everything in the multi-dimensions. We can use this energy more easily when we're true to ourselves. When we're true to ourselves, we carry more light. All parts of our being are in harmony. You're a soul inhabiting a beautiful body of light. This body of light shimmers and glows with the energy that you carry. It radiates whatever you're experiencing at the present time. This shows the importance of having our thoughts, feelings, and actions aligned and moving in the same direction. When you're excited about where you are on your path, your body is luminous and glowing. But if you're no longer excited about what you're doing, your energy field may appear cloudy and dull because you're not able to have everything in alignment. This can happen with small steps as well as with larger ones. For example, let's say you're going to an event and you're so excited you can hardly wait to get there. You're looking forward to seeing the people who will be there and finding out what's going on with them. In this case, your actions going to the event are aligned with your feelings, being excited about what you're doing. Everything is in alignment. Now let's contrast this with a case where you've agreed to go to an event, but you really want to stay at home and meditate. We're going to say this is just a small one-evening event. When this happens, your actions going to the event are not aligned with your feelings because your feelings are telling you to do something else. When this happens, we are not radiating maximum light because our energy fields are out of alignment. When we return to doing what makes our heart sing, our light returns to the maximum capacity. Sometimes we have situations that we need to do that may not be our first choice, but we've decided to do them anyway. We can often reframe those situations to know that we're doing them for highest good. And when we approach anything from highest good, that helps to maximize our light quotient that we can carry. So when we're in alignment, our thoughts, feelings, and actions are moving in the same direction. We're being true to ourselves. We carry more light. This ripples out into the universe to benefit everyone, and we naturally rise to our next level of ascension. Part of being true to yourself is honoring the special person you are. We each have a unique role and mission to play in this lifetime. No two people have exactly the same path. Think of your role as a shining thread in the tapestry of the cosmos. Your thread is part of a beautiful design. If it were removed, the tapestry would be missing something. And it's the same with your role in this lifetime. You have a special role for your own ascension and for the greater good of all of humanity. Before you came into this lifetime, you made a plan with your guides about what you wanted to accomplish. It may have been something large, such as a leadership position, or it may have been working behind the scenes. You may enjoy showing others how to do things, not just in a classroom setting. Or you may be a compassionate listener that everybody wants to confide in. Whatever your role may be, you were given the skills and abilities to carry this out in this particular lifetime. When you carry out your role with love and for highest good, you're making a unique contribution. This can mean different things at different times on your path. A path is composed of many steps. It doesn't mean that we have to do everything in exactly the same way throughout our journey. When we've completed one step, we're ready for the next one. This allows us to advance individually while being of service for highest good. We are constantly evolving. For example, your role may be to show love for humanity. This can remain an overarching theme throughout your lifetime, and you may decide to express it in different ways at different times. At one point, you may have an active role such as a teacher or a healer. At other times, you may decide to express it more inwardly, such as sending prayers to others, or even engaging in a new path of personal study for yourself. Or you may decide to change the balance between your outer work and your inner work. We are always provided with choices about what our next step is going to be. So the way you express your path is whatever is right for you. Many of us have taken the step of embracing spirituality and viewing things from an expanded perspective. This may have happened early in life, or it may have happened later. Whenever it happened, it was the perfect time for you. From that point, we began exploring whatever concepts called to us. There was no one path we all had to follow. We followed whatever called to us at that moment. We may have even taken our interest and developed them into careers. Things may have gone along very smoothly for a period of time, and then one day you wake up and something feels different. Certain parts of your path may no longer bring you the joy they once did, or you may have hit rough patches along the way. This may have happened all at once, or it may have developed gradually. A growing awareness that just something needed to be changed or some adjustment needed to be made. It may begin as a gentle thought passing through your mind. A thought such as, is there something more than what I'm doing? Is there something new I'd like to explore? Or, is this all there is? These are signals that you've completed your current step and you're ready for the next step on your path. The next step is inviting you to a whole new series of new experiences. The change may be something such as reading a different type of book, exploring a new course of study, modifying your spiritual practices, or even modifying your career. It may even be going on a pilgrimage to a place that's always been on your bucket list. Machu Picchu was always on my bucket list, and I was very fortunate to go on the pilgrimage to Peru with the Earthkeeper group, and I know many of you in here were on that pilgrimage also. Other things you might want to do, sometimes you may just want to make a change and have a time out, especially if you've had a very busy time or you're uncertain about your next step. You may want to take a time out and just be. You can always set another goal, but you may want to have a time just to be. All of these are signs that you've progressed to the next step on your spiritual path. You want to make a change, but how do you go about doing it? Sometimes this may feel like a balancing act. You've taken a bold step to walk your own path in a world that wants many of us to conform. I know that happened to me. At times, we may feel like a square peg trying to fit into a round hole, even on a spiritual path. Social media highlights people who are very successful. Retreats and classes are being promoted. Well-meaning friends claim they've found the true path to enlightenment. We're constantly being presented with all sorts of opportunities, many of which present mixed messages and conflicting messages. You may have friends or clients who don't want you to make any change at all. They like you exactly where you are. You don't want to disappoint them, but you're finding it harder to put on a happy face every day and be excited about what you're doing. So how do you get to the next step on your path and remain true to yourself? It isn't surprising that we wake up one day and wonder what we truly want. This is the time to pause and take a deep breath. Ask yourself, what calls to me at the present moment? Now here we have a picture of Lake Louise, and this is certainly a place that makes my heart sing. The good news is when we're thinking about what calls to us at the present moment is that we don't have to do what others on a spiritual path are doing. A number of years back, different friends I had were doing all kinds of things spiritually, and I wondered, why don't those things call to me? I tried my best to get myself to want to do those things, but they never called to me, and finally I realized I had my own path to follow. You want to be certain that the path you're walking is your own at your current point of ascension. You don't want to walk somebody else's path or yield to their desire for what they want you to do unless it's your desire also. You can do whatever makes your heart sing. In this time of higher vibrational energy, the heart is an important barometer to guide us on our way. Think of it as doing and being what you know in your heart of hearts you're meant to be doing at that moment in time. Sometimes you may have a very active block of many activities, and other times you may have a quieter time of inner study. One of my first teachers told me, she said, you're going to have times where you're studying a lot and doing lots of things, and that will be balanced by quieter times where you're integrating what you've been doing. In each case, you're being true to yourself when you follow what you feel in your heart of hearts. Of course, we all have daily activities that need to be done, things like family and career responsibilities. We don't mean that we should abandon those activities, but we can reframe the way we look at them. When we realize that we're doing these activities for highest good and we're carrying them out with love, they can flow more easily in our daily path. It also means that we need to make conscious time every day to do something that we enjoy. It might be taking a walk, doing yoga, reading a book, meditating, or playing with a pet. Whatever brings you joy, even a few minutes a day can make a big difference. These activities that bring joy can begin to build a bridge of light that carry us throughout our path, and they help to bridge those times that may be a little more challenging. One way to approach the next step is to listen to the song of your heart, tuning into your heart center to see what calls to you. And this is one of my favorite things that I like to do on my own path. Our heart center is where our divine spark resides. This connects us with all that is, and it is where we connect with our inner guidance. It's where we tune out the outer noise and turn inward to get our answers. When you're considering whether you're where you want to be on your path and whether your activities are leading you toward that next step, you can turn inward to your heart center and see how you feel. If you feel happy and uplifted, the chances are that you're where you want to be at this point on your path. However, if you feel any hesitation or tenseness about where you are, then you may want to stop and examine the different parts of your path to see if you want to make any adjustments. The parts of your path would be things such as personal time, family time, time with friends, career, and so forth. When you examine each area and tune into your heart center, this will let you know if there's an area where you want to either adjust the activities or the time that you've allocated to it. As you're considering a change, continue to tune into your heart center and see if the change you're thinking about resonates with you. If it resonates in your heart center with a good feeling, then you can check out the practical aspects at a mental level and then make the changes that you feel right for you. As I said, I like to do this periodically in my own path, and over the years I've made many adjustments depending on my life circumstances. At one point, after I had had a particularly busy time with outer activities, I made a conscious decision to scale those back a little bit so that I could spend more time with family and friends. And I've been so happy with that change. I feel happy every time after I've spent time with friends or talked with friends on the phone. So this is something that was a really good adjustment for me to make in the way I spent my time. When you adjust your path to do what makes your heart sing, you're continuing to be true to yourself. Remember that you are constantly evolving. Sometimes even a minor change in your path can yield a big adjustment and a big difference in how you feel. Then your energy body radiates with light. Your thoughts, feelings, and actions are aligned. Your energy is coherent and moving in the same direction. You are shining your light for highest good. So how can we remain true to ourselves after we've made that initial adjustment? Remember that we are constantly evolving, and listening to our feelings is an ongoing process. Continue to nurture yourself with whatever fulfills you. Remain in the present moment. When we remain in the present moment, we can more easily pick up on the signals that tell us we need to think about making an adjustment in our path. And it also helps us to recognize new opportunities. Be aware of your feelings. Take time periodically to listen to your heart center to see what adjustments you want to make. Remain connected with the higher beings. They bring us so much inspiration. They see our path from an expanded view. They're viewing things from a much higher perspective, and they can let us know what we need to be doing and show us opportunities for the next step on our path. Of course, when they show us things we might want to consider, we always have free will as to whether we select the things they bring to our attention. Continue to honor yourself for the beautiful being of light that you are. And now, let's turn inward and experience the energy of our own heart center in a guided meditation. Allow yourself to settle comfortably in your chair with your feet flat on the floor and your hands resting in your lap. You may close your eyes when you are ready. Take a few gentle breaths in and out at your own pace. Feel your breath flowing in and out very gently. Your breath brings a calming effect on your entire body. Slowly, allow your attention to rest at your heart center. With each in-breath and each out-breath, let your attention focus even more on your heart center. Feel your mind and body relax. You are aware that your heart center is the place where your true self resides. It is where your divine spark resides. It is your connection with all that is. This realization is very peaceful and calming. You are in harmony with the flow of the divine. As you continue to focus on your heart center, you're aware of your divine spark. It is helping you to remain peaceful as you walk your spiritual path. It guides you in knowing what you want and what is right for you. It is there waiting to provide guidance whenever you connect with it. You can tune into your divine spark at any time by focusing on your breath and letting your attention rest on your heart center. Take a moment to enjoy this feeling of connecting with your divine spark and all that is. And now, Remain in a meditative state as we receive a message from the angelic realm of light. Beloved ones, this is the angelic realm of light, and we greet you with love. We bring you the energy of luminosity that fills your being with light. We are here to share with you the gift of turning inward to your heart center as a way to guide you in being true to yourself. Your heart is your center of guidance. It is where your divine spark resides. It connects you with all that is. It connects you with your true self, which is a divine being of light. You have a divine mission, one that is unique to you and your gifts. When you honor what is in your heart, you carry out your mission more easily. You fulfill your path to the greatest of your ability, with love and compassion for all, and for highest good. You carry the qualities of love and compassion with you wherever you are, for these were given to you when you burst forth as a great spark of light from the Creator. And these qualities are always there, residing in your divine spark, in your heart center. The love and compassion, along with the desire for highest good, will guide you on your path. The way you feel in your heart center helps you know which step on your path is right for you. When you are true to yourself, your energy remains clear, and your light shines brightly. You are in a space of coherent light. You are in the flow. When you tune into your heart center, you can focus on what makes your heart sing. The insights about what is right for you begin to flow more easily. You have a feeling of what is a good fit for your path and what is not. There is no judgment. It is simply a feeling of what is a good fit for your path at the current time. The more you tune into your heart center, the more easily these insights will flow. And now, once again, let your attention rest on your heart center. Feel the love that resides there. Feel yourself basking in the gentle energy. And then let your attention turn to your divine spark. It has a gentle quality that connects you with all that is. As you feel this connection, your awareness of what is right for you expands. You have a knowing that you are part of something much greater than yourself. You're aware that a sense of peacefulness and a sense of oneness with the divine can be part of knowing what is right for you. You have a knowing that tuning into your heart center as part of your inner guidance can help you be true to yourself on your path. The more that you tune into your heart center, the more easily this inner guidance will flow. When you remain in the present moment, you're aware of shifts and what makes your heart sing. You are able to make changes more easily. It becomes a flow of being aware of what makes your heart sing at the present moment. And this is a feeling that brings you great joy. You are happy with where you are on your path and what you are doing. Take another moment to feel the love in your heart center. Know that you can access this love at any time by turning inward. As this process occurs, your heart sings, and you flow with the music of the spheres. You are a beautiful being of light, and you are greatly loved. We are the angelic realm of light, and we surround you with love. And so it is. Now, slowly come back to this room. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. You may open your eyes when you are ready. As you continue to feel the love in your heart center and the energy that is your guiding star for being true to yourself. So before I close, let's send special healing prayers to our dear sister Anne and our dear brother James Tyberonn. Special healing prayers to our dear sister Anne and our dear brother James Tyberonn. See them surrounded in the beautiful love from the Earthkeeper family. Thank you.